Chief among the things that I've been watching of late is Grey's Anatomy. Now, I don't know if any of you have ever seen Grey's Anatomy, but it is the most frustrating television show ever devised. It's been running for about 63 years. And we're only on season 5, and I'm assured that there's 111 seasons to go on top of this. And you know what? I'm going to end up watching it. I'm frustrated by it. There's no character in it other than one with any redeemable qualities. There's only one good character in terms of morals and motivation. There's only one character that you can root for in Grey's Anatomy, and that character is, of course, Dr. Bailey. But the rest of them are just... So for those of you that don't know, Grey's Anatomy is a medical drama set in a hospital that revolves around the lives of these psychopaths. Frankly, they're just the worst people ever. And we're supposed to watch it and like these characters and be interested in their journey, and somehow we are. Like, there's no shade on the writers of Grey's Anatomy or anything like that, or even the cast, but the characters are just like loathsome lunatics, except for Dr. Bailey, who's an angel. And so where we are in the series is, for those of you that do watch it, we're up to season 5. I think we're up to the finale. I think it's season 5. And I hope, like, I know that the show's famous for killing off people. We haven't had a lot of that yet, but I suspect that, I hope George kicks the bucket soon, because he is the worst. George is the worst character. The character George, he's just this cruel sissy, a cruel... I haven't had a chance to talk about it out loud yet, so all my animus for it is coming out. And people, before we go into it, before I started watching it, people were saying, "Oh, you'll love Derek. Derek, what a man! He's a great man." Blah, 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 blah. Derek is the biggest psychopath of all of them. He's a scoundrel. He's been gaslighting Meredith for the whole 5 seasons, and it's just and then being so pushy, and I don't like any of the characters. But I can't stop watching this thing. I'm totally addicted, and I'm totally invested, and I will watch all 203 seasons. So Grey's Anatomy, it's worth watching because maybe you have the vocabulary to to figure out why it's so watchable and what it is that why I'm so drawn to it and these crazy people. And last night I went to watch Kong X Godzilla, The New Empire. I think that's what it's called. And now that, ladies and gentlemen, is a movie. It is. It's great. If you can switch your brain off, and if you can ignore certain, plot holes, and what is that? How'd that character suddenly get over there? And, all those sort of bits. And the film isn't designed to care about those things. The film is about huge creatures kicking the shit out of each other, and it's ace. And what I noticed is they've anthropomorphized Kong a little bit more. He's got more sort of human-y features, and he's kind of grey, his old Kong. But Kong, I love this entire series, this whole MonsterVerse, whatever it is they're doing. I'm not sure what the overarching thing is, but it's great. You want to go to a cinema and you want to switch your brain off. You want to go there and have an immersive experience for a few hours that takes you out of reality and plunges you into this different world. Now, you can do that via, clever storytelling and plot devices and that sort of thing, or you can pit a giant gorilla versus a giant dinosaur lizard thing, and it's just and that's cinema, baby. That's cinema. And I went there with my friend Andrew last night, and we just loved every minute of it. It's just beautiful. I mean, the CGI is gorgeous, and it's chaotic, and it's violent, and it's brilliant. It's just really good stuff. There's a bit where he swings a baby monkey. He swings a baby monkey around and uses the baby monkey as a weapon. And I thought, now that is cinema. That's beautiful. So Kong X Godzilla is excellent. They can make these movies forever because it's just such good escapism. So Grey's Anatomy and Kong, that's what I've been watching. Life in general is pretty good, although I'm really struggling at the minute with motivation. Not for the podcast, not for this sort of thing. That's now part of my sort of DNA. But I'm struggling with the gym. Our son Leo was poorly for about 10 days. He's really unwell with this tonsillitis. He's been on the list to get his tonsils out for about a year, and it's just taking so long. It's just a real pain in the ass. Poor boy, he's always really ill with it. Anyway, so we struggled to sleep for about 10 days because I just laid awake sort of listening to him sleep in. He was coughing all night. And the issue is that it threw off all of our sort of sleep schedules. So now I don't know whether I'm coming or going. I'm really struggling to sleep at night at a decent time. And I'm really struggling to get out of bed early enough to go to the gym because I can only really go about 4:30 in the morning. It's quieter. I prefer it at that time. and the rest of the day is occupied with trying to entertain the nation, trying to do the podcast, trying to work my job, one of my 3 jobs, trying to be a good father, trying to be a good fiance, and living my life. So those things I'm busy all the time. So that's the only time I can really go to the gym, and that's compromised at the minute because I'm really struggling to get out of bed. Maybe because of the sleep schedule, but also because I'm just very tired of my bones at the minute. But otherwise, everything's really good. I believe that the last episode we recorded might be, I don't know what it is, but there's 1 or 2 issues with it, but it's one of the best we've done for this year, and that made me feel really good. So the podcast, as far as I'm concerned, is going okay. There's always things we could improve and improve upon. Lots of stuff with the form and structure and that sort of thing, but we're slowly getting there. So everything's okay. I just want to have this little catch up with you and tell you to watch both Grey's Anatomy and Kong X Godzilla: The New Empire, because that's good stuff. And I want other people to stuff at Grey's Anatomy, so maybe we can start like a support group or something, because that's a stressful one. That's all. I just wanted to get some content out there and remind you to visit grahamswindowsanddoors.co.uk. Graham's Windows and Doors are the sponsors of everything we do here at Kalis Media and the Steve Kalis Show. Graham and Sherelle are incredible partners. We got some big plans coming up, actually, that I need to get to work on next week, but we've got big plans to help the sort of sponsorship, to help them, to help us, and we've come up with some really big sort of event ideas, so stay tuned for that. Head to kalismedia.com if you want any more information. But for now, go to grahamswindowsanddoors.co.uk, especially if you live in the Yeovil and surrounding areas. They are getting famous now locally for their wonderful customer service, the windows, the conservatories, the doors. Everything they do is great. So grahamswindowsanddoors.co.uk. And me being Steve Kalis, who wears this meat suit, the spirit of Steve Kalis, the I in this, I'm waffling at you, wish you the best. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will see you next time. Thanks for listening. Ciao, 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 ciao.
Hiya, you're right. Hi, everyone.